All right, guys, we've got an afternoon editorial for you there, I think, on Friday. It's my day off, so it's kind of late coming, I know, but I do have an editorial for you today on Friday. I try to have one Monday through Friday. Today's my day off, so I slept in. I watched a couple of movies. I watched Unforgiven, and I watched something else that I slept through. But anyway, I forget what the other movie was. Now it's bugging me. But, before I get to that, AV Watchman is back in action. He's out. He did a video this morning, if you didn't see it, saying that he was out, and now he's going to get back to it. So that's good news. He's back out on it, and as I was wondering how long they were going to keep him, but he's out. Let's hope that California Guardian gets out on Monday. That's his court date. So we'll see. But moving on, and we are getting to an editorial today that kind of deals with us. And it kind of speaks about why we, the people, record the police. These are the cops. This sergeant right here are the types of cops we're looking for. These are the cops we're looking to record so we can out them and get them out. Any law enforcement officers out there, deputies or police that watch my videos, understand that a lot of times we give what we get. If you give us respect and say, "Hey, how you doing?" you get respect back. But when you try to do like this guy, that's when we're going to get in your face, and that's when we're going to give it back to you. Not because he was just a cop doing his job. No, this guy is a bully with a badge, and I've met them before. They don't like cameras. They don't like people watching their traffic stops. They don't like people standing and watching what they're doing. So they're going to do something about it because they got a badge. These are the types of cops that we're looking for. Most of the police that I come in contact with aren't like this guy. Most of them are just like, "Hey, how's it going, dude?" Or, "How you doing, sir?" And then that's it. All right. "Hey, Jimmy." Most of them are like that, which is cool. But when we come across a guy like this, I hope that there's a cop watcher out there recording and not just somebody standing there going, "No, get your camera going," because this is the type of cop we want to get out of the system. Thank you, ABC News, for this. ABC News 2 in Baltimore. Thank you for this story. We're going to do an editorial on it right now. The state's attorney for Baltimore announced a 32-count indictment against a veteran police sergeant who allegedly engaged in a pattern and practice of harassment and intimidation, according to prosecutors. Authorities opened an investigation into Baltimore Police Department Sergeant Ethan Newberg in May when he allegedly assaulted a bystander during an arrest, prosecutors said Thursday. The incidents in question occurred between July 1st, 2018 and May 30th of 2019, the Office of the State's Attorney for Baltimore City said in a statement Thursday. Why did it take a year? The statement said, quote, "The indictment alleges that Sergeant Newberg, acting beyond the scope of his authority in a common pattern and practice, did knowingly, intentionally, and unlawfully harass, detain, and assault citizens who were engaged in lawful conduct for the improper purpose of dominating, intimidating, and instilling fear in the citizens in violation of the common law of Maryland against the peace, government, and dignity of the state." Newberg, who has been with the department for 24 years, could face up to 110 years in prison if convicted on all accounts. He now faces 32 counts stemming from 9 separate incidents. Yeah, I'm reading the wall. Including the May 30th encounter in which he allegedly arrested a man without legal cause, according to a 17-page indictment handed down by a grand jury. Newberg, 49, was checking on a warrant for a suspect when a bystander made a comment about the suspect being forced to sit on the wet concrete. I do it all the time. Newberg then pursued by the bystander as he was walking away from the scene and forced him into custody, according to the indictment. When the bystander challenged Newberg's authority to make the arrest, Newberg told him to just go to jail and take your charge like a man, the indictment states. The man asked again, "What am I going to jail for?" To which Newberg replied, "Because you don't know how to act." Prosecutors claim Newberg had a history of unlawfully detaining citizens who appeared to question his conduct. Cop watchers question him all the time. They're quoting here the indictment again. Several of Newberg's unlawful detentions and assaults occurred as a direct result of citizens sitting or standing idly nearby. It's called cop watching, as Newberg was conducting other police business, causing no disturbance nor creating any threat to Newberg or his colleagues. That's called cop watching. Several occurred as citizens openly from a distance called into question what Newberg was doing to or with another citizen. Others occurred when citizens attempted to video record what Newberg was doing to or with another citizen. That's called cop watching. And it is a form of activism and could be a form of protest. In another incident, Newberg allegedly arrested a man who was standing by while the officer interrogated a suspect. Newberg ordered the man to walk away and he complied, but then Newberg began to follow him saying, quote, "You don't make the rules out here, we do. All I want to hear from you is, you're right." It wasn't until the individual apologized that Newberg released him from custody. Why did you apologize? As the man was being released, Newberg added, "Hey, don't play with me. You owe me. Don't mess with me." That's the... all you law enforcement officers that are watching this video, if you happen to be watching, this guy represents you. Oh, that's in Maryland. This is California. Yeah, but you know what? There's no distinction when the citizen looks at a cop, deputy, officer, whoever, and has a badge and a uniform. They don't think, well, that's this state or that's that state. They think that's a cop. That's a cop. This sergeant represents you. Yeah, he really does. In a separate case, Newberg illegally detained a man who was sitting on the steps of a house and accused him of interfering with a traffic stop, according to the indictment. Newberg said, according to body camera footage, quote, "I don't know what your problem is. Why are you testing me? Do you know me? Have you seen me out here before? Ask around. I'm the sergeant they talk about." This guy's watched too much Donnie Brasco. Yeah, where Lefty says, "Ask anybody. All the boroughs, I'm known, Lefty. All the boroughs, I'm known." Yeah, this guy's been watching too many mafia movies. You know who I am? I'm the sergeant they talk about. Ask around. I'm known from coast to coast like butter on toast. The Gray Ghost. Yeah, right. Maybe I've watched too many movies. Too many Al Pacino movies. So in all, Newberg faces 11 counts of second-degree assault, 11 counts of false imprisonment, 10 counts of misconduct, and a partridge in a pear tree. No. I'll say that again. Let me go over it again. In all, Newberg faces 11 counts of second-degree assault, 11 counts of false imprisonment, 10 counts of misconduct in office, 1 count of misconduct in office by way of a common scheme to commit unlawful acts. Jesus. Newberg's attorney, Joseph Murtha, did not immediately respond to ABC News' request for comment. So there you go, guys. Your Friday editorial. This guy needs to get. This guy needs to get out. This guy is trouble, bubble, hubble, and he needs to be... I hope he's not going to be convicted on all 32 accounts. We already know that. The prosecutors are going to make a deal with the defense, and he'll probably get 5 years or 3 years. He'll be out, and he'll be working as a security guard or a private detective somewhere, violating people's rights in no time. I doubt he'll be a cop again, or maybe he will. I don't know. We'll see what he gets actually convicted of, because if he gets convicted of something minor, and he could probably be a cop somewhere in another state somewhere. I don't know. But let's put this guy's face all over YouTube and all over social media so everybody knows who this Newberg is. Thank you for watching, guys. Happy Friday. Community Leo Watch, letting you know what's going on with Leos. That's law enforcement officers in your communities. And remember, I forgot. Happy Friday, guys.